Got it. All right. Now we're going to get into this Biden situation up there. He run for president of the United States, got elected. He's in office, and he starts changing the rules and regulations on the border of Texas. I think you should go down there and consult with the governor of Texas and consult with the Border Patrol and consult with the situation that's going on down there. There wasn't any emergency at all. There was no backup line of people waiting to get processed because there was no processing going on because they wouldn't letting them just come in here in droves. We got veterans out sleeping under underpasses that don't have a home. And they're telling people, hey, millions of people come on into the country. We're going to help you get into the country and loan you some money, give you a job, give you a bus ticket to New Jersey or wherever they want to go. We got veterans sleeping under underpasses that served our country in Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, and Northern Africa. They risked their lives and they're sleeping on the street. Some of them probably hadn't even got money for breakfast this morning. So we put up housing for these migrants, they call them, maybe, coming in from Mexico. Put up these housing tents, whatever, food, clothing. What are they doing for our veterans? Nothing. Why don't they treat our veterans like that? Hey, we got you a tent, got you something to eat, got you a nice place to sleep. No, they didn't do none of that for them. So what we got to do is get this back around to where the individual has the rights in this country, the way that the indoctrination was set up in the federal government was set up to listen to the people, to see what they need. But did you know that the governing officials right now in Washington, they don't have a clue what's going on down in Texas. They need to get on their airplane and go down there and find out what these individuals, United States citizens, are wanting to do as far as getting help from the feds. The feds don't need to be just pressing laws saying you have to do this and you have to do that. Well, that's not right. To override the people that's on the border that live there, that are dealing with this situation, the people coming across their property on a daily basis. I'm sure that there is a little bit of anxiety involved in them not being able to protect their property there in Texas. So what we got to do is figure out a way to get Biden and the rest of those guys to quit passing laws without asking the people what they want. You don't just override the rights of the individual people that are in the warfare there at the border. The American people need the say-so of what needs to be done, not some rich politician up there in government passing all kinds of ridiculous laws to allow all of these people to flood in here, and we got no way to handle the situation because, for one thing, it's costing us billions of dollars for that program to get instigated, and we still got veterans sleeping under underpasses in the United States of America. Now, this new Biden administration, if they're not going to listen to the people out here, we need to oust him, get him out of office, just like we kicked Donald Trump out of office. We need to get the rich, overbearing people with a pencil out of office. You know, we need to get somebody elected into office that wants to help the individual out here, the individual rights of the people of America. They're not supposed to get up there and just pass their own personal agenda. You know, you don't just start signing documents saying we're going to let the foreigners come in. Hey, you need to build some homes for the veterans. You need to build a place for the veterans to sleep. You need to get your priorities lined up. Good grief. Oh, we get one idiot out of office and they put another one in there. We've got to get somebody that's not rich, that's not a politician, that's not interested in his own personal agendas, and get somebody that will find out what the individual American is needing. If they're needing any assistance from the feds, then ship them a check or whatever. But if they don't ask you for anything, you shouldn't be passing any laws saying they have to do this and they have to do that. It's not fair to them to put them under obligation down along that border. There's a lot of stress going on now because of all these people coming across there, and they're building temporary tents or housing for these foreign people and bringing them in by the thousands. And we've already got veterans sleeping under underpasses. And I'm sure a lot of them don't have enough money for breakfast this morning. I don't see anybody down there helping these people that are born American, have served our country. We need to be building them a tent, or a home or a cabin. So anyway, as soon as I get to be president of the United States, which might be in about 4 years, we're going to build cabins for the veterans. We're going to build a little city for the homeless, so they're not homeless anymore. They live in uptown. You got to give them a name of the town, but anyway, I'm sure that some smart dudes out there could think up a name of the town for our veterans. They need one of those windmills that produce electricity, and they need somebody to drill down and get some good clean water. They got water, electricity, and a little cabin. They don't need much more than that. Regular little check every month to buy groceries. So I'm going to try and get all that done. I'm going to try and get it all done. How they got to just stop this opening up the border deal. You can't let illegals just come across the border, because they've already captured 800 people that are already been over here and caused a lot of destruction and a lot of hurt to individuals here before they kicked them back out and sent them back to Mexico. Well, when they open up the border, those people just come back over here because, hey, we didn't do nothing to them the first time they come over here and raised hell. So they come back again. Anyway, they can't just open up the border and just let people come across. And then it's not the Border Patrol's job to nurse, mate, and feed these people and all that. That's not their job. Their job is to keep the foreign people out of the country. You can't just pass a law that says, hey, Border Patrol is supposed to babysit these kids. That's not the way to do it. Don't pass no law that invites them up here. It's ridiculous. These people have jobs down there in Honduras and stuff. They're not in a bind down there. They've got jobs. I don't know who's been listening to the rhetoric, but the only thing that they're trying to do is get a better life. And they think the better life is in America. But you don't just drop the walls and say, come on, who's going to take care of them? The federal government is not set up to house and take care of a foreign nation. Besides all that, we're already in debt, trillions of dollars. But we got to pay the national debt, people. We got to pay the national debt. See if I'm on live here. I got to figure out how this works because there's a live stream. Figure out how to get on it. Okay, so we're not on live screen as far as I can tell. Anyway, it says live stream. I don't think we're on live stream because we're not on there. But this may be a one-man channel here. You know, I'm on live, but I'm not on live. So anyway, there's things to do. About working on the problem at hand right here is we got one president wasn't doing so hot, so we kicked him out. We got another president that's been in there for 22 years, and he still don't know what's going on. I think these politicians are just got their lounger chair and their rock back, and they're just not paying attention to what people need out here. I don't think they care about the individual American that they're supposed to be listening to. I don't think they've had any conversation with the ranchers and the farmers along the border of Texas. They haven't talked to the Border Patrol. They haven't talked to the governor of Texas. They need to find out what's going on down there before they start passing laws that invite the foreigners to come over here. And they say, we'll take care of them. Well, you can't take care of millions of people. You're going to bankrupt the country worse. If you keep on bringing in undocumented people that don't even have a job over here. They don't live here. They're not from here. They need to stay home where they know how to get a job and how they know how to build a home. And there's work in their country. So I don't know why we cannot get this to work. I've changed the name of this 2-3 times. Let's see. Yeah. Can't even spell properly. Anyway, President Biden's laws need repealed. So all them documents that he signed needs to be unsigned. We've got to keep the Border Patrol in control of the border and turn back the people that are illegally entering the country. Turn them back. You don't house them and put them in houses or tents and start feeding them. I mean, ridiculous. These people need to go back home and get back to work. We're going to build some homes. We need to build them for our veterans. The people in the U.S. already that are American citizens that are homeless. Build them a cabin. You're spending plenty of money, Biden. You're spending billions of dollars on bullshit items when you could be helping the all-American citizens that have fought for our country. Put them guys in a house. Man, they need to get their priorities right up there in Washington. I don't know who. They can't just start running the damn country. You're supposed to listen to the people out here to see what they need done. Your job ain't to rule and overrule individuals that are out here facing the problems. And the problem is the ranches are being overrun by I don't know how many people per night, 10, 20, 30 people a night coming across their property. Where are they going? They need to stay home. Anyway, enough of that. But I've been trying to get this YouTube channel set up where I can get some revenue coming in. And the thing about it is we got to get sponsors. And I don't know, I've tried to get Camel cigarettes, Pall Mall, Budweiser, legitimate companies to sponsor me. I'm a honky tonk man. I've been around. So anyway, the thing about it is, I've got an album coming out in the near future where I've written some more songs and tunes. And thing about it is, the Sweet Thing, written 1965 or so, was along with Asphalt Cowboy. Well, these two songs for sure, and others, were basically, this guy got a copy of my songs, and he flies out to Nashville and signs him up a copyright under an alias name so nobody can track him down, basically, and records these songs and gets them out on the market, and both of them are hit songs. But he's getting the royalties for all these years. So while he's riding around in his Cadillac playing his guitar and singing my songs and getting the pats on the back, I'm out there working 18 hours a day, driving my truck, trying to make a living. So right now we're trying to basically collect our royalties that they owe us for over the last 50 years, which would be a lot of money. So they got 5 jets right now that they're, these big recording studios flying around in their 5 jets. I'm going to own 4 of them. And if I can, I'm going to own all 5 of them. I'm going to put them to walking just like they had me walking for 50 years. Yes, sir. They knew they didn't write that song. They knew they didn't write those lyrics, but they stole them because it was easy for them to steal. And, who's going to stop them? The copyright department don't know that they're not really written by those guys. So anyway, they produced my songs and got them out on the market and made hit songs out of them. I just like to collect my royalties. That's all. Just want to collect my royalties. So those other songs that I've written just got stolen. They steal your ideas and take them to Nashville and record them. And talking about this story about this guy from Arkansas. He hitchhiked into Nashville, and he has busted his late night hours writing this song, and he's got it all written down. And he finally gets in there to one of these recording studios, and he puts it down on track for him. They tell him, no, we don't like this song. Might as well go back home. So the poor kid leaves, and he hitchhikes back home. He's broke. He's hungry. And guess what? His song got stolen. The song recording studio got their own copyright on the lyrics and the tune, and got this hotshot singer come in there and record it. So basically, the guy lost his song. So does he have $5,000 to pay a lawyer to get his song back? No. They know that. Keep him broke. Keep the boy broke, or he can't fight back. You know, like me, I'm going to have to hire a team of lawyers to get my royalties. Or if I don't pay these guys, I won't get my royalties. So I've got to give up practically a brand new truck that I bought, that I worked my ass off for, and sell my truck to hire these lawyers to try and get my money back that they took. You know, that in itself is not right. We as individual Americans should be able to walk into the judge's office and tell the judge, hey, my songs were stolen, miscopyrighted, and I need to get my royalties. And the judge should be able to sign a piece of paper and says, here, we'll get your royalty check. But no, we got to hire lawyers to get anything done. So, you know, when you're born poor, you got to save up 50 years to be able to hire a lawyer. So anyway, they get something done on getting that uh, deal going. Well, I get my checks, and the guys are having to pay up. So anyway, I'm writing some new songs. If anybody out there wants to purchase a little tune, I've got little tunes for sale for $2,000. 2,000, you get a little tune, and by selling you the song, you have the right to sing it, play it, whatever you want to do with it. So anyway, working on that project. I can't believe we can't get on you know, supposed to be live. It says live up there. I don't know why we can't get on live on here. Okay, now we're in our control room, but I don't know if that's a picture of this here, my control room. So we're live in my control room, but are we live on YouTube? I don't know. I just don't know about that. Ah, look at it. Hello? 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 Across there. I'm printing on there. We're live on YouTube. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know the answer to that question. I can't play that. All right. That's not going to work. Trying to watch it on the other computer. It's not showing up on the live broadcast. That's the reason we got no customers. We got no customers. We got nobody watching the live feed because I don't think we're really on live uh, broadcast. So gotta figure out how this deal works. So anyway, it might play in the regular YouTube lineup later on. So you can still leave messages on the rerun, basically. So the live chat, it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be actually live where you can get on the live chat after today, which is a little ridiculous. They'll be able to run the live chat and people get on there. The chat should be live, so that everybody else is on there. They can communicate with each other if they want to. Or tell a multi-million-dollar company how to operate. What you guys need to do, YouTube, is you need to have a live feed for when people are watching the videos next week. Pretty simple. All right, so we're going to get out of here, and I'm going to try my best to run for president for 2024. We're going to not build no wall, but we're going to just turn people back at the border that don't belong here, including the thugs and the dopies and the people that don't need to be in this country. We need to keep them out, not bring them in, put them in a tent. All right, and we're going to go check them out. 2, 1.